Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos have been married for almost 30 years, which is a monumental feat for any relationship, but especially for one that started between two actors on a soap opera set. Here are the strangest things they've told the world about their relationship. In an interview with Vanity Fair, Ripa said that she knew about Consuelos' day as a, quote, go-go boy, long before the National Enquirer revealed Kelly Ripa's sexy secret. For Ripa, Consuelos' stripper past is no biggie, saying, "A lot of hot guys in Hollywood have done that. He's gorgeous, looking to break into show business, so he started off as a roadie to a group of these guys, and then they talked him into stripping." The Enquirer story also alleged that Consuelos danced under the name Meaty Mark at a Tampa club called Stingers. There was a time when the children of Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos were not allowed to watch TV during the week. Ripa told Vanity Fair, "We are kind of strict. We are a little bit old school that way. They are allowed to TiVo, but watch TV only on the weekends. TV during the week interferes with schoolwork. Reasonable enough, but it's a little strange considering television paid for the kids to grow up in a $20 million Soho penthouse boasting a 3,073 square foot roof deck with a fireplace, hot tub, and outdoor shower. But then again, who needs TV when you're growing up with all that?" In a particularly memorable episode of Live with Kelly, Consuelos was temporarily filling the co-host position when he was blindsided by Ripa's suggestion that he is unkind after they have, quote, grown-up time. "He's immediately mean to me afterwards, and I don't like that. I think it's bizarre. He becomes short with me. You know what I mean? Like irritated." 2 weeks later, Consuelos returned to the show and defended himself.
I just wanted to set the record straight that no one can be mean after something if they're unconscious. Like, I sleep.
I know.
Speaking of unconsciousness, during an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Ripa discussed what she calls her husband's Markolepsy, listing off all of the places in which Consuelos has taken an impromptu snooze.
Any award show ever in the history of time, even when he's been nominated, like out like a light, like this is your category.
In contrast, Ripa admitted to Good Housekeeping that she's a borderline insomniac. "I typically go to bed at 1 a.m., then I wake up around 3:30 for some reason. I get up and check on the kids. I turn on the TV and try to find an infomercial that is very repetitive to put me to sleep. Then I usually get up around 6 a.m. Any Hollywood couple who has been together for more than 20 years is inevitably going to face tabloid rumors that their marriage is falling apart. But in Ripa and Consuelos' case, the rumors have remained rumors. Talk of trouble first surfaced in 2007 when the National Enquirer alleged that the power couple had been fighting over Consuelos' alleged spending habits and flirtations with a co-star. Unfortunately, the rumors did not stop there. The following year, things got so heated that a spokesman had to release a statement after the Enquirer alleged the couple was headed for divorce. There is no truth to the story. Their marriage continues to be quite healthy, and the National Enquirer should be ashamed for fabricating such an untruthful story. A decade later, this unique couple is still going strong.
I would never get remarried, first of all. That would never happen. No. No, I've had all the fun one man's gonna have.
While Ripa and Consuelos may be all smiles for the camera, there has been tension offset, especially early on in their relationship. Ripa talked about an awkward early dynamic in her relationship on her Let's Talk Off Camera podcast in March 2023, saying, "It's very hard being married to someone who is jealous. That somebody in this case being her husband." Ripa recalled during their first week after the two eloped that Consuelos got upset when he felt like a waiter was sweet-talking his new wife. It wasn't just a one-time bit of paranoia. The jealousy reached its peak while the two were working in separate cities, with Ripa in New York and Consuelos in Boston. Convinced she was up to no good in their relationship, he once showed up unannounced, convinced he'd catch her in the act with someone else. After phoning up to tell her there were flowers at her door, he revealed himself and stomped inside to find her in the filthy act of cleaning the bathroom. As she recalled in a section of the book, What Makes a Marriage Last, "I have a Johnny mop in one hand and I'm wearing a bathrobe, so I open the door and it's him. He comes in, he doesn't even say hello. He's looking for something. I'm still looking for the flower guy, and he's sweeping the scene." When Mark Consuelos succeeded Ryan Seacrest as Kelly Ripa's co-host on Live, people had doubts about whether or not the arrangement would work. What if problems emerged at home between the two? Would one bad argument risk tanking the show? Consuelos acknowledged that they thought long and hard about the decision, telling The Hollywood Reporter, "We definitely made a pros and cons list, and the pros list was just so much bigger than the cons list. The cons weren't really cons. We've done this together. We've worked on shows together." Ultimately, the one person who had no doubts about the arrangement was Ripa herself. She gushed to Us Weekly, "I had no concerns about how well he was going to do, and he really proved me right. I'm so proud of him, but I was never worried." Some people take mistakes to their grave, and some just blurt them out on national TV. Mark Consuelos is the second kind of guy. On an April 2024 episode of Live with Kelly and Mark, Consuelos shared the scandalous news that he had shared a kiss with another woman. Sort of. The impassioned moment took place at a soccer stadium in Italy, where the team the couple co-owns, Campobasso, won a national championship. Caught up in the euphoria of his team's victory, Consuelos provided the gripping play-by-play of when he shared an intimate moment with a fan.
We look at each other and she's so excited, and there's this glass, and we come to the glass, and you know what? I kissed her.
The only thing more shocking than the confession was Ripa's reaction.
Do we have footage of this?
Turns out the so-called kiss was more of a gesture than the real thing, with the two just kissing different sides of the same piece of plexiglass. So while it may have been a passionate act, it wasn't that problematic.
It gets very dramatic in Italian football.
During a December 2023 episode of their show, Ripa raised the question of whether liking someone's Instagram post could be considered emotional cheating. That grew into a broader topic about emotional and physical cheating that quickly made Ripa want to change the subject, saying, "This whole conversation's making me uncomfortable." The awkwardness was understandable, considering past rumors of cheating surrounding the twosome. One report in 2013 claimed Consuelos was having an affair with co-star Yara Martinez on the Amazon series Alpha House. More recently, tattlers targeted Ripa for supposedly cavorting with Chip star Eric Estrada while working on the game show Generation Gap in 2023. While rumors are just rumors, they can easily be enough to make infidelity a touchy subject for this famous couple.